Hello future tech leaders, I am Sindhuja. Based on my own experience, I know that learning the right skills can shape our future. What if I say learning was as thrilled as the tech world itself? There we go. A CloudFoundation, that's exactly what you will experience. From day one, you will be immersed in the interactive sessions and expert-led courses that covers most of the widely used technologies in the zone of data science to cloud computing, which brings more light to the life of a techie. I'm so excited to help you and unlock the true potential of a technology. Well, then why to wait? Let's see what it unfolds.
Let's discuss regarding properties. These are all the properties right now. How to create a property. What are the types of properties we have and how actually we can manipulate the data in a property. We'll discuss regarding properties now. You take a note. This is an interview question. Types of pages in a clipboard 4 pages. You can take a screenshot also if you want. Next thing, let me open a property. Let me try to create one property that you can understand. See, you can go to records here. Records properties will be present under data model. A property will be present under this data model. Here we have data model. If you expand this data model, you have a property inside it. If you click on this property, it will open all the instances of a property. These are called instances. Instances means list of properties that is present in this entire application. You can see how many pages it has. 796 pages. Each page holds 50 records. Those many properties are present inside this application. Now I'm trying to create a new property. How to create a new property? You can see you have a create button on the top here, top right corner. You have a create button here. If I click on create button, it will actually open a new rule form. This is called a new form. This is called a new form. This is called a new form. This is called a rule form. It is saying here on the top, you can see, it is saying you are creating a property. We are creating a property. And what property we are creating? We need to give a label here. Suppose we are creating a property called full name. You give here, it's like a full name. You can give it like this, full name. How actually PEGA indentation follows is like first letters must be capital. Like in full F must be capital and in name N must be capital. That is in standard practice which we are using in PEGA. What is the full name we are creating and the class? Now we have to discuss regarding class. What is a class if you see in a clipboard? If you see in a clipboard, each and every page is associated with the class. If you click on PEGA work page, you can see here in braces, you have write go, road work assistance request. This is a class of a page if you click on. If we search for PXOBJ's class, that is a property which holds the class. You can see PXOBJ class. You just remember, you have to remember the property names in clipboard you have. Let me note it down. You have a property is like PWAID, which holds case ID, and you have PXOBJ class, which holds a class related, which holds the name of a class. PXOBJ class is a property which actually holds a class of a page. This is a class. Now let me tell you what is a class first. For time being, you just assume class is equal to database table. Class is equal to database table. For time being, you just assume class is equal to database table. Why class is equal to database table? Let me tell you. If you open any class, how to open a class? This is called an App Explorer. If you click on App Explorer, you will get here the search box and you will get a default work class here by default. You will get a work class here. Now you just right click on this work class. Right click on the work class. You will have a definition here. If you open a definition, this class will get opened. The class will get opened. See, for every rule, you can see on the top the rule category. What is it? This is a class rule. And this is a class. And this is how a class looks like. If you come down, you have here one button called Test Connection. Test Connection to Database Table. If you click on this test connection, what happens? It will show you the table to which this class is mapped to. You can see class. Go, go, go. Roadwork. This is a class is mapped to the table. What is the table name? Table name is this one. Table name is this one in a PEGA data. This is a database. PEGA data is a database. And this is a table name. Now, whatever the properties you are creating inside this class, all the properties will be stored inside this table. You understand what I'm saying? What are the properties you are creating in this class? Those properties will be stored inside this table. Now in Clipboard you saw the PEGA work page is associated with to this class, right? Means the data that is present on a PEGA work page. This is coming from a table that is mapped to this class. Now let's continue with the property creation. Why I'm telling you the class here? Is it because here you need to give your class here? Applies to you have to give your class here. That's where I am discussing the class related concept here. Now you are creating a property. Property name is full name. Now to what class it has to be mapped? What class it has to map in the sense to what table it has to store. To what table? This property has to be stored. Now I'm actually giving up my work class here. What is my work class? My worker class is this one, work assistance request. This is in work layer. You can see this over clear. Go is an organization. Go road is an division work and assistance request. Assistance request is your case type. Assistance request is your case. I'm giving my work assistance request. Here, this is your rule set. I will tell you what is your rule set and this a rule set version. You just remember this a rule set and this a rule set version. I will tell you what is the rule set and rule set version. Now I'm creating a property. Create a property. If you click on create and open, it will create a property, but it will not get saved. It will not get saved. Let's see on the top. It is still showing as new only. It is still showing as new. Now you have to determine you have created a full name property. You have to determine this full name property. If you click on this change here, you can see property types. Date time, decimal double identifier, integer password, text, encrypted time of the true or false. Generally, what is a value for a name? Generally, a name is a text, right? Name is a text. You will keep text here and you will save it. If you are creating any date time properties, like birthday or date of joining or date of reliving, You will create that property as a date. If you are creating any integer or double, you will keep those things as an integer or double. This is similar to Java. How actually we will do in Java? We will write a string A, B, C or something like that, right? A, B, C is a property. Similarly, the property, when after you created a property, you need to determine a type of a property. What is the type? Whether it is a text property, whether it is a text property, decimal property, double property. We have to determine these things here. You understand it. And we will discuss this page list. These two will be discussing. These two are important page modes. These are called page modes. Page and page list will be discussing. But for now you have understand these things, right? Single value properties. What is it? Now I am selecting this one as a text property. I'm sorry, this was text property and I'm saving this one. Now what happens if I save this one? You cannot modify the property type again. If you want to modify the property type again, you have to delete this one and you have to recreate the property. Now if I click on save, this change will get disappeared and this new will be converted to full name. If I click on save here, see, it has become full name and this change will get removed. See, there is no change here. If you want to change the property type now, what you have to do? You have to delete it and you have to recreate the property. How to create a property? Go to your records and you expand the data model. You click on property. You will open this property. Instances on the top. You have to create. Or else you can also create from here. Go to App Explorer. Open your class in which class you are going to create. Open that class. Suppose if I want to create in this particular class, you open this particular class here. You right click here. What happened? If you right click here, you have a create here. Create. You hover on create. You hover on data model. Similarly, in data model, you have a property. If you are creating like this, what happens? You are already present in particular class, right? The class will come as this class by default. See, the classes already came. You need not give a class here. If you are creating like this or if you are creating from records, you have to give a class here. Whenever you are creating a property, it will be a default class rule. The class will be a property. You have to give your own class. Here class you have to mention. You understand it. Two types. We can create a C, not only property, any rule. You can either create from here, from the particular class, or else you can create from the records also. And next we'll discuss regarding the property modes. We have a single page and a page list, right? Today we'll discuss single page and tomorrow we'll discuss regarding pages. Because if we discuss two at a time, you'll get confused. First of all, let's discuss regarding a single page. Let me create one more property. One more property called something. Current location. And class is something which is my assistant. And then we'll discuss the work class. Click on create and open. Now let's see what are the parameters it is asking for when I select a single page. If I select the single page, What it is asking? It is asking for page definition. It is asking for page definition. Now you can see the star mark here. Whenever a field is having a star mark, that is a required field. It is asking for a page definition. What is a page definition? And first of all, what is a single page? Let's discuss what is a single page and then we'll discuss how to configure a single page. If suppose you are retrieving a data from a database which is having only single record. Only a single record. You understand what is a single record. Let me open Excel. If you open an Excel, suppose let's think there is a database table. There is a database table of employee information. The table name is employee information. It contains a columns like employee ID, employee name, employee experience. This table holds a data like employee ID, BC. Employee experience is 2 years. It's 2x. And 3 years. Something like 4. Employee experience is some 10 years. This is a data that is present in a database. These are the records. These are the records. Now what happens if you want to fetch a single record? What is meant by single record? If you want to fetch the employee ID with 1, because employee ID is a unique column. Employee ID is a unique column. This is called a key. This is a key. Key in the sense, this is a unique column in a table. This is a key. The employee ID cannot be duplicated. The meaning of a key is the employee ID cannot be duplicated. Now, if you want to fetch a record, a single record. Single record means if you want to fetch this particular employee which has experience, which has employee ID as 1. Now what happens? This single record will be held by this single page. Single page holds a single records only. If you see single page holds single record. If I open a clipboard, this vehicle information is called a single page. It holds only one vehicle data. This is how the structure of a single page will be there. It's PEGA work page inside PEGA work page. You have vehicle information. This is a single page. If you expand this PEGA, if you expand the vehicle information also, nothing will be there. If you click on vehicle information also, nothing will be there. And similarly the customer ID, if you expand the customer ID, there is no pages inside a customer ID. And the customer ID is a single page. Customer ID is a single page. If you click on this payment information, see payment information also. You don't have any other properties. You don't have any other embedded pages. This payment information is also a single page. What is a single page? Single page holds a single record. Single record means either any one of these 3 records. It will hold only one record at a given point of time. You understand what is a single page. And you have a page list also. I will explain. Page list. What is a page list? What's a list of records? If you want to fetch all the employee details, then in an organization there will be many employees. If you want to fetch all the employee details who has experienced greater than 1 year, then how many records you will? How many records will come from this table? You will get 3 reports from this table because all the 3 employees has experienced greater than 1 year. You will get 3 records in an when you're browsing in the data, you will get 3 records. Now, how do you store these 3 records in a clipboard? You will use page list property page list. In a sense, it will hold a multiple records. It will hold a list of records. How page list will be shown in a clipboard? There must be some structure, right? There must be some structure to store the data. How actually it will store is, you will be having something called code PEGA list. Let me search for code PEGA list. See, this is a page list page. This is the page which is having a list of records. PX results is a list of records. If you expand PX results, here you have one. This is P's. You never open this PZ pages. These are all for PGA internal processing. Not much important data will be stored on those pages. You have here report 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 pages. PX result of 2, P result of 2, PX result of 3, PX result of 4. Means how many PX results are there? Those many records are there. You understand how the clipboard structure will be there. It will be denoted with this PX results. PX results of 1 of 1, 2 of 3. Let me show you if any other code PEGA list is there. Code PEGA list indicates it's a page list. This is not a page. This is a PZ. PZ pages are not much useful. See, you can see this page list T underscore branch explorer. This is some page list that is used by PGA internal processing. This is a piece we will not use in our case processing. But just to show to you, I am actually using this one. You can see we have 3 reports here. Means it is fetching. It has 3 record values. You can see all the pages hold same properties. All the 3 pages hold same properties, but the data is different. You understand it. What is a page list and what is a single page? Oh, actually single page holds same. Single record page list also multiple records. You can take a screenshot. Actually this looks like pages, look like in a clipboard page list. Look, it will be mapped to code PEGA list class and you have a PX results inside it. And if you go through the single page, how single pages looks like? Single pages looks like the vehicle info. You have a PEGA work page here. If you expand PEGA work page, these are the single pages. It actually doesn't have PX results page. It will be the data will be directly shown on here itself. A configuration will look into that configuration. We'll actually look into the configuration while developing an application. I'll tell you what is a page definition and all. Configuration I will discuss, but the definitions you understand it. Single page list. The page list also it will ask for a page definition. Page list also it will ask for a page definition. I'll tell you while developing what is a page definition and how we should efficiently use it. The page group also asks for a page definition. But page group is different. Page group will not much use. We'll mostly using single page and page list only. Single page and page list. Let's have a short recap what we have discussed today. We have discussed regarding clipboard. clipboard access and interface between your screen and the database. Whenever you are giving any data on your UI screen, screen is nothing but a portal here. If you are giving any data here, the data will be first stored into clipboard, and from clipboard it will get persisted into database. Similarly, when you are fetching any data from a database, the data first will be stored onto your clipboard and the data will be shown up on the screen. After that, what we have discussed? We have discussed a property. We have discussed a property types and how to create a property and a class. What is a class? Class is nothing but a database table. Why I'm saying like that is like every class, every concrete class. We have two types of classes. One is concrete, one is abstract. I have said we actually no need of concentrating on abstract. Abstract is a PEGA internal classes, but all the concrete classes will be mapped to a table. All the concrete classes will be mapped to a table. Whatever the properties you are creating, whatever the properties or whatever the rules you are creating in a particular class, those will be stored in a particular table. That particular table, that is a class. And then we have discussed regarding creation of property, how to create a property. And then we have saw what are the different types of properties, like different types in the senses integer, decimal, double or text or password or encrypted text. Encrypted, whatever the type you want, you can make based on a property. What are the different types of properties like that? And then we have a modes of a property. What are the modes of a property? Single page and a page list. What the single page to single page holds? A single record, like it will hold only one record of data. And what is a page list? Page list also multiple records. If you go and visualize the table here, single record holds only this data, like it holds employee ID, employee name and employee experience. It will hold it, but it will hold for only one record. That's a single page. If it is a page list, it will hold all the table related information. All the table, in essence, it will hold a list of records. You have to remember like it will hold a list of records. And for every table there will be a key. Key is nothing but a unique property in a table. Key will be a unique property in a table. Key can be a combination of properties also. Key can be a combination of these two properties also. These two can be also unique. A combination of these two. Key is nothing but a unique value in a table. For this table, what is a unique value? Employee ID, because in general terms, the employee ID cannot be duplicated, right? Same employee doesn't have to be a unique value. Same employee doesn't have to be a same employee. We can consider employee ID as a key for this table. Whenever you are actually fetching or browsing a data, you have to use a key based on a key. You have to fetch the data. Let's stop here today. Thanks for joining. Have a nice day. And finally, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel.